Oklahoma, Texas. This is another game where I have a lot to talk about. Let me get a sip of water first. So we get into Texas, Oklahoma now. I have multiple things to say about this game, multiple takeaways. We made an episode dedicated to John Mateer, how much I love the heart and character of John Mateer. I believe sometimes character is worth more than anything else. Like so many of these players, whether it's college, whether it's pros, they are looking for themselves, looking solely out for their future. But John Mateer is a guy that wanted to be out there in this Red River Rivalry game. He is a guy, whatever you want to say, how bad he played in this game, that defied the odds. He went out there where it was going to be 4 or 5 weeks of him after this injury was the timeline. He comes back in 2 weeks as he wants to play in arguably Oklahoma's biggest game of the season. Now, regardless, I told you guys Oklahoma hasn't played a defense like Texas. It's going to be tough for them no matter who they go with. I didn't know what we were getting out of John Mateer. I didn't know if he was coming back because he truly felt good and we were going to see. I knew we were going to see John Mateer at 100%, but I didn't know if it was going to be 75, 80. I didn't know if it was going to be 50% of John Mateer, 30% of John Mateer, whatever you want to take it. Now, I do believe Oklahoma was in over their head because, like I said, I love this Texas defense. I think this Texas defense has stepped up in multiple huge games this season. Like when you look at the Ohio State game, holding Ohio State to 14 points, the lowest they have been at all season. Then when you look at, again, the Florida game, they didn't play well, but I think besides that, this Texas team has really played well. Like this defense has been phenomenal. Um, and this was a game where the defense truly won them the game. And it's also courtesy of John Mateer. Like looking back on it, like I said, I'm always going to applaud the character because we see so many people, like I said, go the opposite way. They have an injury that's supposed to be 2 to 3 weeks. They extend it to 6 weeks. Like that's all we are seeing in sports. But for this guy to go out there and truly try to give it his all, I applaud him. Now saying that, he probably shouldn't have went out there. Like it was so evident that John Mateer was not ready for this game. And Arch Manning, I thought he really played well. I thought this was the most impressive game from Arch Manning. Now, did Arch Manning come out here and dominate this game? I'm not going to say that. Arch Manning was 21 for 27, 166 yards. He had a touchdown in this game. He did nothing for Texas to lose this game. And I also thought there was a majority of throws on the run where he made some highly difficult throws. I thought he played really well. I thought this was a game to really get his confidence back, and he did nothing for them to lose this game. I thought he had a handful of plays that were really good, especially like when Arch Manning had that long 29-yard run to ice the game. I thought that was great as well. They didn't really use him in the run game as much as I expected, but they pulled it out at the best time. Like I said, his throws on the run were really good. I thought Texas left a lot of points on the board in the first half. Again, they go for a 50-plus yard field goal. They miss it. They go for another 50-yard plus field goal as well and miss it too. Like, I thought there were certain points in this game where they had third and short where they should have went for it. I believe, especially in college football, when you have a third and short and you decide to kick a 50-plus yard field goal, I think that is the complete wrong decision, especially when you're on the other side of the field. Like, the chances you get a third and short compared to the chances your kicker makes a 50-plus yard field goal in college football, I believe the odds are just not in your favor there. And I did not like those calls by Steve Sarkisian. But again, in the first half, like I said, they miss a big field goal. They settle for a field goal in the red zone as well. Arch Manning missed a wide open receiver. I believe it was Park and Livingstone was the receiver he missed. Wide open, missed him. Like again, there definitely were missed opportunities for Arch Manning in Texas, but credit to this Texas defense, even though they forced 3 interceptions, which again, they forced, John Mateer, I believe, was just throwing uncharacteristic throws. Like he clearly was not right, especially a big momentum shift in this game, in my opinion, to go into the half Oklahoma was in field goal range. They could have used a couple more yards. They decided to take a shot in the end zone, and John Mateer gifts wraps a pass to this Texas defense. Like that was a huge momentum shift where they thought they could have got three. They give it to Texas. Like John Mateer flat out did not look as good. And this was a game where I'm really going to say Texas defense won in the game. You hold Oklahoma to 6 points now. I said it in general. The quarterback for Oklahoma, whoever it is, John Mateer, Michael Hawkins, they have a lot on their shoulders. Like this Oklahoma team has no run game. In this game, they rushed for 48 yards. Another reason why I believe John Mateer was just not himself today, not only with the interceptions that he gift wrapped to this Texas defense, he was not able to run the football at all. And again, like I said, with these quarterbacks on Oklahoma, when you have to be the major source of running the football, they have been not able to have a 100-yard rusher truly all season. And you got to be the guy that supports the run game and the pass game. Not only does it make play calling so difficult because it makes you, when you're not able to run the football, the play calling is very obvious, but you have to be the main source of running the football and passing the football. A lot is going to be on the quarterback's shoulders. Then when the quarterback isn't right, too, like Oklahoma was just way over their head in this game, and Texas defense held them to 6 points. Huge credit to Texas defense, probably the most difficult defense Oklahoma has played so far. Texas defense has flat out won them this football game. And sorry, 1 second, guys. They flat out won them this football game. And I just lost my train of thought. And Arch Manning again. I thought he played really well. I thought he made some high difficult throws, but I'm not going to say Arch Manning was completely dominant, that his performance was phenomenal. I thought he did enough for them to win this football game. I thought there were definitely flashes of what Arch Manning could be athletically on the run. And I think for Texas, this is a huge building block. Not only could they not afford another loss after the Florida loss and after the Ohio State loss, but you finally see Arch Manning lead Texas to a win against a ranked opponent, which we haven't seen all season, and you see flashes from him. Credit to this Texas defense, but John Mateer just did not look right. And like I said, Oklahoma quarterbacks for these contenders have more on their shoulders than I think anybody else in the country. And when you are just not right in this game, it is just a recipe for disaster. Like I said, credit to John Mateer. I absolutely love him going out there, but again, this game was a game that Texas needed to have and a game that Texas 100% deserved to win because Oklahoma was just not right. Arch Manning played well. Love everything about it for Texas. And still, John Mateer, I still like him going out there. Like, shows tremendous character. Now, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me. Like, John Mateer should never went out there. He wasn't ready. But again, it shows character. I absolutely love it.